Hi all, Jessie B Scrapbooking back with another process video. This one is for 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life. This is for day 15, and I'm going to do a 2-page layout with all these pictures, and I gotta use that title. And here is the layout. It is by Sean Lahr, Lahr, and I'm going to let you know I go off the sketch quite a bit, but I used it as inspiration, and that's what counts, right? So let's get going. So the first thing I do is I'm going to cut this, it's like wood blocks, and it's from a paper pad of like a whole bunch of outdoorsy kind of guy paper, masculine paper, I should say. And so I'm cutting it down to 8.5 by 11. And then this map print was also in that same paper pad. And I am cutting it down to 8.5 by 11. And then I cutting a piece off of each one. So it goes on both sides. So the map page kind of, it looks like it's in the center of the page when it's done. And then I grab a buffalo plaid and put it onto the right side to make like a stripe over there. So that's what I'm doing for the background. And my pages don't actually line up the map print because the way I cut it wrong. But I was like, I'm not going to worry about it. If people notice it doesn't line up, that's fine, but I ain't changing it. So here's where I'm laying out my pictures, kind of how I want them. I have the 2 pictures on the top and the 2 pictures on the bottom on the left-hand side, just like in the sketch. But on the right-hand side, I only have 2 pictures instead of 4 on the left side of the right side page. And then I do have the 1 picture in the bottom. It's just smaller, and then I have the title right above, just like in the sketch. So, yeah. Now I am matting some of the pictures on this brown cardstock, and I'm just kind of deciding which pictures I want mounted here and there on that, and then I do mount the other pictures on some white checkered and that plaid. Okay, so keep doing the backing the pictures, and while I'm doing that, I just want to remind everyone this is an amazing hop, and go and check it all out. It's a lot of fun, and there's so much inspiration. I have not gone through all the videos. I'm going to be honest. There's a lot of videos, but they're all so much fun. And so I do want to get through them. But with having it as a playlist, it makes it really nice because I don't have to go and search for them. They're all right there on the playlist, and I can go and watch them at any time. So that is very nice. Um, okay, so this layout, took me a long time to do. I was kind of all over the place. And so you'll see that here in a second. I did a lot of cropping the video because there was a lot of me just sitting there and staring and trying to decide what I wanted to do. The pictures are of my son, and he was teaching my niece and nephew how to play poker. And so they actually rated my coin dish and had quarters, nickels, and dimes sitting in front of them. I think they had pennies too, for the opening bid. And my son's wearing a cowboy hat, so, I kind of tried to, that's why the whole, you know, wood grain and Western kind of thing. Yeah. But it was really funny because my niece in the bottom corner underneath the title, her poker face is not good. She's smirking and laughing, and then my nephew, you know, I have two different pictures of him, and one picture he's like very serious, and the next picture he has like this total grin, and yeah, it was quite funny. I was playing as well, so the top picture in the corner, upper left corner, is actually a picture of my hand, and then my son behind, and just so that I had a picture to prove what we were actually doing, and I had the cards. But yeah. Okay, I punched out some of the wood grain paper, so I have these little wood grain circles, and then I punched out some circles in the brown paper, and I was at a crop, so actually I was able to borrow a friend's circle punches, and I only have a 1 inch, and she had 4 different sizes, so I was able to make little rings, and I thought that was cool. And I did not put my pictures into circles, but I wanted to make sure I brought in that circle element that was in the sketch, just to represent those circles, as embellishments. Here I'm just kind of dividing up all the stuff I want to put, and just kind of throwing it into different spots I think I might use it. This is like my main photo. It's the photo of my son with my hand. And so I'm going to do a little cluster on the bottom of that photo. And then everything's going to move around for a little bit. It actually drives me up the wall. But as soon as I start doing my embellishments, I'll start gluing things down. So this is a circle. I used the wrong size punch. I punched out a picture or a piece of paper that has like little gray circles on white. So it's almost a tone on tone. And then I put a little heart on it, and then put my epoxy flare over it. I have another circle that I'm going to layer up underneath of that brown one there, and then put the circle in. I have two little banners, and then just a little piece of like gingham washi tape. And so that's one cluster. And then this one here, I'm just adding little bits of paper behind the picture, like it's sitting on a bigger mat than it is. And I add a tree that I fussy cut, and then a circle, one of the wood grain circles, and gold label on top of it. And then on top of the gold label, I just put a sticker that says heart. And I actually end up trimming this one down and moving those in just a little bit so that it fit on the top there. And then I add this little, it's like a white marbled, it's actually packaging, but it's really pretty, so I add that underneath to finish out that one. And then I come down to this bottom one, and that's a little half circle that says April, and that's when these pictures were taken. And then I add a gold sticker. It's just what do you call it? Hearts. Just a row of hearts. And now I'm just going to add the photo right down there. Then this picture of my niece, I added that little row of hearts on the bottom, and I add that in and then glue it down. I feel like I'm talking really fast. So this is like my subtitle, and I'm just adding it across the middle, and it says, always enjoy the little things. So I got that down. And then I'm going to glue down these two pictures. And then that side of the page is mostly done. I will add these little rings in, but I don't actually glue them down yet. Okay, so now I'm going to start on the right hand side, and well, I guess I add that little star, it's a little pink star, in on the other side first. Okay, so here is where I'm going to add in, let's see, I do a little washi strip type of mat behind the picture. It's a white one with little circles on it, and a little star up on top, and then I do a wood grain circle, a red washi tape, a tree, and a gold arrow banner. And I'm going to add that between these two pictures. I think I get all of it done right now. Yeah, here's the tree, and then here's the little gold banner. Okay, so this bottom picture, I'm just adding this row of hearts to it, and then I don't know what I'm looking for right this second. Oh, I add that little wood grain down to the bottom with those other circles. My title here, I'm gonna have that little circle. I don't think it's a wood grain circle. Oh, first of all, my niece's picture, I put the rest of that heart that I put under my nephew's picture, and then a little heart over on my son's picture. And then this tree, I kind of auditioned it in a couple of spots, but it finally does go over to the title, so I'll leave it where it's sitting. And then I do fill in another one of these rings over here on this side with a piece of the wood grain and a little, I think it's a star. So I have those pink stars in 3 different spots. I'm using this vellum title. I add it onto this piece of white pattern paper. Oh, sorry. And I just put the ATG underneath the black words, and then I don't push it down really hard. And that's how I hold the title on. I add a little brown circle underneath the trees and a little piece of red washi behind it. And then on the bottom, I add, of my niece's picture, I add another gold arrow and an epoxy flare that has the trees that I punched out. And then let's see. Here I'm coming in and finally gluing down those rings, and I'm just using my wet glue to do that, and in my fine liner bottle. And then I had these little word stickers that I had pulled out, and so this one says this, and this one up here says important. And then I had these little pink washi tape strips that I'm just going to add in 2 different spots just to bring some more of that pink around. And then this is going to be where my journaling is going to go, and I haven't written it yet, but it's basically just going to say that my niece and nephew do not have a very good poker face, but they had fun playing poker with their big cousin. So here are the close-ups. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked what you see, please give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe. If you're already a subscriber, thank you so much. I really do appreciate you. And to all my new subscribers, thank you for joining us. Again, thank you for watching. Bye.